So if you're out here standing in solidarity with the protesters tonight, but you have not signed that link in the comments, then you did not stand in solidarity with the protesters here tonight in Seattle. Okay? I appreciate everybody for tuning in, but I mean it, y'all. We have to have a multi-pronged approach out here in these streets, but then out there in those digital streets as well, sending emails. All right? Right now, the Seattle City Council member said the best thing we can do to support them, ousting the mayor, is to send mass emails. Let them know. I need their inboxes absolutely flooded. I'm talking like 10,000 emails tonight alone. We have the vigil here of George Floyd. You can see things have been knocked over and broken. We've got someone out here trying to restore the vigil as best they can. Thank you for doing that. There's flowers and candles strewn everywhere. You can see the wax is just freshly strewn about. We are on 10th and Pine in Seattle's Capitol Hill. We've got our medic station over here. I'm not going to film them because they've asked us not to. I went over there and they took good care of me. And then I got tear gas again and I needed more attention. But I'm back. I'm good now for the time being. Gonna make our way back to the line where we've been holding it down for the last 9 days. Excuse me.
You're fucking criminal!
And that was a flashbang. See somebody with an umbrella. Oh my gosh, I hope everybody over there is okay. Will someone please take a screenshot of this? Will someone please take a screenshot of this? I need a screenshot of that.
Hands up! Hold your line! Hold your line! Hold your line! We are not like them! We are not like them! We are not like them! Hold your line! Hold your line!
Oh my gosh! Careful, 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 careful. Careful. I have earplugs. There you go. Oh, I just gave away my only earplugs. What am I doing?
We are here peaceful! We are peaceful!
Oh my God. It's gas, it's gas, it's gas. It's gas, it's gas. We're getting rid of the gas.
Hold the line! Hold the line! Watch your face!
Gas is in the air. Gas is in the air. It's coming this way. I'm not gonna get gas again tonight. No way. That shit was really awful to deal with. Oh! Shit. You're never sure which piece is going to blow up and which piece is just going to, leave a mark. So I choose to just duck out before I have to find out the hard way. And trust, I've been hit by the hard way. One blew up on my foot a little bit ago. The other one launched something into my arm. It scared me more than anything. But okay, it's getting into my sinuses. I'm gonna back up a little. It's in my nose. I can start to feel it. Oh. It's more gas. Gas. Oh, shit. Sounds like a war zone out here, y'all. Looks like one, too. I feel like I hear rubber bullets going off, but I haven't been hit by one yet. We need a medic. We need a medic. We need a medic.
Medic all the way.
We've got the infamous pink umbrella.
Be alert. I need people to be alert on the side.
We got gas going off down the way.
Let the world know their face. Let them know our character. Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Hold that line. Hold that line, ladies and gentlemen. Hands up.
Don't shoot!
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 Hands up.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Hands up.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
So we've got about 100 SPD and National Guard at the end of the block here. We're about halfway down the block on Capitol's 10th and Pine. We had been sort of at a standoff within 5-10 feet of the SPD for the last 2 hours. And then it looks like a water bottle, perhaps another kind of bottle, was thrown over the invisible barrier there. They made an announcement and then they started pepper spraying. I got that, I think, on live. I covered my eyes and just walked backward, holding my phone in place, hopefully getting some good footage there. Protesters are chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot." Are you okay? Right here. I'm right here. I got you. I got you. I got you. Do we need a medic? Medic! 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 I am now holding the umbrella. So, here we go.
They are the violent ones.
Shit, you guys, I don't know how I got this thing.
Fuck SPD! Fuck SPD!
I'm not going to do a shout out for Apple right now when we're in the middle of an anti-capitalist war. So, but I appreciate the compliment. I'll forward your feedback along to their team.
Fuck you!
Sorry, that was in regard to the comment about the phone. See if I can get a screenshot. I'm going to set this down.
You must protect yourself. You must stay safe, but we must stay together.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
Sure that you are protecting your brothers and sisters. You said so. We are being peaceful. They are the ones that being peaceful. Look at our numbers and look at ours now. You must stand strong for each other. You must stand strong for the movement. This is for us. We need equality. We need equality. We will not be stopped.
I know my priorities are all out of whack. I gave away the earplugs and somehow managed to get stuck with that umbrella. So the last time we were at this exact same standoff a couple of nights ago, they started shooting pepper bullets and rubber bullets from this exact distance. As you can see, they're at least 100 feet away, but that did not stop them from shooting us. So I am fully prepared to get hit with some sort of bullet or projectile of some kind. The umbrella obviously is for aesthetics. I think it's pretty. Thank you, Tamara. We're being ordered to disperse. If we do not do so, we might be subject to arrest. It's hard to hear them. Something about wanting us to avoid serious injury. We are in violation of something.
But I'm like, there's no people on here that like everyone's protected. People are helping.
Just so everybody sees where we are.
When I couldn't see, I was getting away. Literally, I was walking and seeing my lady. And I was just like, I was like, I don't know where to go, but I'm gonna just keep walking back. And she's like, you need saline anyway? She's like, that shit was.
I swear to God, the arrest! The arrest! Kill these motherfuckers!
Stay safe. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Again, for those of you who are just tuning in or have been watching with us this entire time, I'm not kidding, y'all. I don't want to be out here and get tear gassed anymore. Can you please send an email to the council at that email address below, pinned in the comments. Send them screenshots of what you're looking at. Please send them screenshots. Send them quotes of what you're hearing, seeing. Describe to them what you're experiencing, what you're feeling. Through the phone. We need first-person accounts, but we need the whole world to watch it. We need the whole world to care. And we can't do it without you guys. So please, if you're tuning in, Seattle City Council is having a meeting tomorrow. We're trying to vote to remove the mayor. She's very cozy with police, very cozy with big business, and has shown time and time again she does not care about protesters. So our activist demands. We've got a man advancing on the line here. Hi, Austin. He's making himself an easy target, and I want to make sure he's okay. I can't head out right now. I can't head out right now, but oh gosh. But guys, oh shit, 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 oh shit. That boom just made leaves fall off the tree. I kid you not. That projectile just went up into the tree and made leaves fall off. I was gonna say, if you guys want to run home, or back to where? Oh, we're going to the Olivia.
Well, let's go to my house. We'll meet you at my house.
Okay.
And we'll go to the Olivia. We're going to grab my car.
Is Austin gonna come?
Who's going to come? We're going to pick them. We're going to go to my house and we'll bring them back up.
I could really use a game night after this, y'all. Nothing. I said I could use game night after this. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Assuming I don't get arrested. I'm out here in the thick of it. I'm gonna stay out here until our presence is no longer needed. But for now, we're just gonna document everything I'm seeing. I see we've got folks with cones. Those are a means to prevent tear gas from spreading. You take the cone and you basically put the cone over the tear gas canister. I can feel I still have tear gas powder on my body because I just touched my face and it's stinging really, really badly. It's on my hands. It is a powder, not a gas. So my face is currently still stinging, my upper lip. It's manageable, but I know a lot of other folks are in the same position here. Thankfully, a lot of them have masks. I do not any longer. My mask got covered in water when I was getting the tear gas powder out of my face. So I think it's covered in water and phlegm. I'm just gonna show y'all here. It's disgusting. Thank you everybody for standing with us in solidarity. Please email Seattle City Council members. Let them know what you're seeing and hearing. A lot of these folks are saying we have the right to stand here. They've got their hands up saying don't shoot. I understand water bottles were thrown in their direction, in the direction of the police. Keep in mind, they have been throwing pepper spray, tear gas, flashbang grenades in the direction of the protesters all week long. So it's a little bit in bad faith to ask us to meet their demands when no elected official has met ours. we've called for the defunding and the disbandment of the police department, but primarily 50% budget cut from Seattle PD and redirect those resources to other services like mental health, addiction, de-escalation teams, affordable housing, etc. None of those demands have been met. We also asked for SPD to require names and badge numbers be present and visible at all times. They have not met that demand. I repeat, they have not met that demand. They said change does not happen overnight. There's a list of demands here, actually. I want to make sure we're very clear about this. I don't want to get hit, so I'm just going to very politely step out of the way here so they don't see me as a target. But the demands are listed right here. And they say, I don't want to get hit, I'm really afraid. It says stay under the Department of Justice consent decree. They've now, since we started the protests, I'm getting flashed at. Okay, Jesus. I don't know. That's really annoying. I feel like that's directed at me, so I'm just gonna back up. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, the list of demands are available. If someone could post them in the comments, I would appreciate that. I don't know what that's about. I don't even want to test it because, man, this shit does not feel great. What we're seeing is a standoff. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I hope that the guy's okay. So this guy has his hands up. He's over here. He's behind the dumpster. Let me see if I can get it on film. There's two of them. And, okay. They're saying we need to leave the area, do so now. I don't want to be on the front lines. I will be on the front lines. I don't want to be. So y'all do me a favor. Do me a favor. Okay, these guys are reloading. They're reloading, so they're getting ready to go round two here. I'm going to be a little bit more mindful this time around. I've got whatever this is. Yeah, I'm going to just sort of arm myself with this umbrella, what's left of it anyway, and make sure I don't get hit with tear gas again. Now, do us all a favor, y'all. Please open up a tab right now if you're watching, and open up your Gmail account, your Outlook calendar, whatever it is, whatever you use. Juno, do people still use that? And send an email to council@seattle.gov. I'm going to say it again. If you showed up to the live stream tonight to support the protesters, but you did not send that email, then you did not show up for the protesters tonight. Because y'all, as fun as this is for y'all at home, this is not fun for us. And if you're just watching and you're not helping support the folks on the ground by signing petitions, by sending letters, then you did not, you're just being voyeuristic, sort of getting your excitement from our struggle out here. Then I'm just going to be the one, because I'm on the live stream, to say it. We need a little bit more than that from our allies. So if you can't be out here tonight, which is fine, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to be out here either. Please sign the petition. Someone please post a link in the comments. Someone please post a link in the comments to sign the petition to call on Mayor Jenny Durkin's removal immediately. Somebody please post a link in the comments. There's also a link posted that's pinned to email the council members. So those are the two action items for tonight, okay? Please and thank you. There are other demands, and if you have means to donate, Black Lives Matter, excuse me, Black Lives Matter Seattle King County Bail Fund, that's a good one. There's also the, I think it's the Freedom Fund out of Minneapolis. That's another good one, because this isn't just a Seattle issue, this is a national issue. So thank you all. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to keep this live going for as long as I can. But that is one of the asks for tonight. I'm one voice. There are plenty of others. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Person is trampled. Help them up. Everybody okay?
Eat my asshole!
Got it.
Hold your line.
Sorry, right behind you, sorry.
Hold the line. Hold the line.
Umbrellas to the front is the ask. Umbrellas to the front. Damn it, y'all. Shouldn't have picked up that damn umbrella. You got it? Oh, thank my hero. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get a picture of this. Somebody get a screenshot. Let me see if I can get it. Well, it's not as pretty as I thought.
The media finally out here at the late night.
Well, thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Tatiana. Yo, give it up for our elders that are out here in the crowd tonight, holding it down. Someone just threw something over there, so there's about to be something that pops off. I saw something be thrown. Police have not responded yet. Okay. Again, there's about 100 armed guards, National Guard, and Seattle Police Department. We are on we are on Seattle's Capitol Hill on 11th and Pine. We're at sort of a standoff between, I would say, a crowd of about maybe 1,000 protesters left, maybe a little less. Let's say more like 400. But they have gotten split up. We've got live streamers up in this building here, I'm sure, that have captured good stuff. I know somebody that works for The Stranger, the local newspaper, is up there live streaming. So tune in for footage there if you want an aerial view. I'm not sure what the live stream is, but there are live streams out and about. We've got people, we've got media, independent media here. We've got photographers. We've got mainstream media. I'm not sure where he's from. We got photographers at the ready. We've got people at the park with their hands up with no jackets on. We've got young folks. We've got young girls. We've got our elders out here. We've got independent media. Kids with skateboards. And then ultimate chill man. Like, you know he's seen some things. If he's playing it this chill. He's listening to music, y'all. He's got his headphones in. He's got his headphones in, he's listening to music. Or he's listening to something. He's just chilling.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
We're gonna listen up. Sorry.
How about you? I'm just gonna go home. We hold this line. We show them that we are peaceful. We are fucking peaceful. They are the one who are the murderers. They are the fucking ones who tear gas us out. And there was like 100 dead in the ground. So we stay right here. We stay peaceful. Understood? Who's like murder? 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 lives matter. Black lives matter.
Oh my God. Okay, this guy was just shot with something. He was just shot with something. I hope he's okay. He's being attended to. This guy was just shot. I heard it go off, and now people are surrounding him. I don't know what he was shot with. He is screaming in pain. Wow. I don't know why they did that.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know what they would have shot him with.
What was that? Rubber bullet. Rubber bullet.
A rubber bullet. Okay.
Rubber bullet. Yeah.
They're shooting people with rubber bullets. There was at least 50 feet of distance between him and Seattle PD that just shot him with a rubber bullet. I didn't see him provoking them. I didn't see them do anything to deserve getting shot with a rubber bullet, but they just shot him with a rubber bullet. Okay, we've got media down here. Got media down here. Hiding behind the dumpster. See this guy here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my God. Oh my God.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
What up and pull him up?
Oh my God. They're dragging him. This is a member of the media, I believe. It's unclear to me if he is conscious or not. Okay, medics are on the scene. Medics are on the scene. He is alive. He got hit hard by a flashbang. Appears to have shook him up really, really bad. I mean, he just fell over. He just fell over, y'all. Like. Sorry, we're forming a circle around him to make sure he's safe. I want to be mindful of people's privacy, but I also want to show everybody what's going on, and I'm trying to find that balance. Okay, he is on his feet. He's on his feet. He's on his feet. He's got support, but he's on his feet. Jesus Christ. I believe he was a member of... He appeared to be a member of the media in some way, but it's not immediately clear to me if that was a like a video camera or a still camera.
Why you guys sit in front of us? Be careful. Be careful. Hey! I'm saying, man.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, bro. I don't want to see
I'm gonna say it again, y'all. Sign that petition. Email the council members. We are tired of this.
This is where they show their hands.
This is not a joke.
You stay strong, you stay on that line.
This is not a joke. If you haven't already done so, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but y'all, like, come on. We need a little support out here. Please email Seattle City Council members at that email address I provided, pinned in the comments. Let them know what you're seeing. Take screenshots. Post screenshots on your page. Let them know what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Tag people in the comments. Tag city council members in your posts. Tag city officials in your posts. Tag Mayor Jenny Durkin in your posts. Upload screenshots. Whatever you can do to get the word out. Use your platform, however big or small, to support the people here on the ground. Okay? No platform is too small. I'm going to say it again. No platform is too small. Yeah, how'd it look? Look good? Okay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you being here too. I'm all right. It was pretty rough, but I'm all right. Yeah, thank you. The medics got me with the saline in the water, so. Yeah, they were behind the dumpster. They were like photographers, so they had their cameras out, and then they threw the flashbang grenade right at him, like next to him. Yeah, yeah. So this guy was standing about 50 feet away, the black man, and they shot him with a rubber bullet, and then it just immediately took him out. And then this guy, the one that just fell over, the white man, older white man, was hit with a flashbang grenade. They threw it. They intentionally hit both of those guys from pretty close range. I think to make an example out of them, to let them know that they don't want us to cross a certain line. So what's that? Yeah, there was a black man here with a couple of other folks. They were right at the dumpsters there, and they're all on there for you guys. There was about 3 people, black man standing right about where that public parking sign is. Oh, sorry, you got me stuck. Sorry. Right about where that public parking sign is, there were like 3 people standing there. About a good 50 feet away from SPD, and they shot that man with a rubber bullet. That's on my live. I'll go back and rewatch that. And then they were also a member of media photographers that were sitting behind that dumpster. It's since been moved a little bit, but they threw a flashbang grenade from that 50-foot distance right at his feet. And it literally knocked him to the ground. Like he fell over backward, like he was just shot in the head. And then he was dragged to the medic booth. The medic booth is it's right here. We've got a medic booth on the other side of this, the Rancho Bravo Tacos here. So grateful, shout out to all the medics here tonight. They definitely saved my face twice. And now just these 2 gentlemen I've seen before me here. But if y'all are feeling some type of way about what you're seeing, please stream it. Please share it. Please take screenshots of it. Please post it on your page. Please tag Seattle City Council members. Please tag the mayor, Jenny Durkin. Please tag the chief of police. Please tag local media. Please tag whoever you know that has a platform, whether it be you or somebody else. Share this in your networks. Call on the mayor to resign. Actively fund the Black Lives Matter bail fund. There are going to be people undoubtedly tonight that have been arrested. I don't know if I've seen any firsthand, but I'm sure it's happened with the amount of tear gas that was deployed. There's going to be lawsuits filed for sure. There was just a ton of gas that flooded the city streets tonight, despite the fact that they issued a moratorium on tear gas here in the city of Seattle for 30 days. They still deployed a bunch tonight. I'm a cautionary tale. I got that tear gas powder all over my face, rendering me unable to see and really think and or focus for a good 5-10 minutes. And then there was a second wave of that as well. Same thing. Luckily, I had medics at my side both times. And I'm not the only one. I would say just about everybody out here had tear gas in their eyes. I was just stupid enough to stick around a little too long. I didn't realize it had caught wind and headed in my direction. There's a really beautiful sign I want to get. Can I get your sign on the live stream? Thank you. One of the demands here in Seattle on the ground is to immediately cut the Seattle Police Department budget in half. Out of the general fund that the city has every single year, which includes, I think, a couple $1 billion, if not more, the Seattle Police Department makes up, I think, if not the largest, it's one of the largest portions of the budget. And the direct ask from folks on the ground is to cut that budget in half, which would result in the demilitarization of the police, get rid of weapons of war. Tear gas was outlawed by the Geneva Convention in 1925. Somebody fact check me. That may not be accurate, but it's really wrong that they're out here gassing their citizens, even though they said they wouldn't. They also have those pepper bullets. We saw the impact of those rubber bullets when that big black dude, was carried away by a bunch of young girls and men and medics to the medic station, screaming in pain over that rubber bullet. And that was shot from about 50 feet away. There was also that man that was hit with a flashbang grenade, rendering him unconscious. He was completely unconscious. He fell over and was carried out. He eventually came to his feet, but I want you guys to read this sign. Somebody please take a screenshot of both of these. Share. Oh, you're good. You're good. Share it with your networks. Share it on social media. Put that in the comments when you email Seattle City Council members and when you email the mayor. Take a picture of both of those. Open up your Outlook calendars. Open up your Gmail calendars. Let them know. Let them know what you saw and heard tonight. Give them 2 sentences of what you experienced and what you saw on the live stream. Include a photo. Include a photo. Because photos can be a visual, striking reminder that this shit is real. This isn't just some angry words in a letter. This is real. These are real people's lives. So we need to do whatever we can to get these folks to meet the demands of the community here on the ground. And I think one of the ways we can do that is appealing to their emotions. And if you show them what I've shown you, then I think we've got this in the bag, y'all. I think we've got this in the bag. But we need your help. Please take screenshots of what you see. Or if there's other things that you want to include, that's great too. Just whatever makes sense for you, whatever language you speak, whether that be letters or anger or frustration or just please speak from your heart and let them know that you stand in solidarity with the protesters here on the ground. You're not going to sit idly by and tolerate this anymore, that this needs to come to an end. Because let's be clear, once the demands are met, you know, the protests will stop. But until then, we march, we show up, we stay out, and we stand in solidarity with Black lives. And right now, those demands have not been met. So I don't know how much more clearly we can put it. We've already had meetings with the mayor where we have we've clearly laid out those demands for her. It's not like she is unaware. She knows what they are, and she refuses to acknowledge. And they're reasonable demands, and they're sensible, and they're evidence-based. And yet we can't seem to get her to budge. So we really need to stick up for the Seattle City Council. Let them know that we are in support of ousting the mayor. Let them know that we will make an example out of Mayor Durkin. And let them know that time is up. We are no longer going to be using weapons of war against our citizens. We're no longer going to be using weapons of war against our Black and brown community members. We're no longer going to be over-policing their neighborhoods. We're no longer going to be militarizing our police.
Be safe.
So, if you're with me here tonight, please send an email. Please make phone calls. Please take screenshots and share on social media. Tag your elected officials. Please stream it. Please let people see what's going on. Because if you don't have any awareness of what needs to change, then you're never going to know how to change it. So we got to make people aware first. Awareness is the first step. I sound like a 12-step program or something. Jesus Christ. But you know, we are in an abusive relationship with our police departments. We allow this to continue over and over again. We do not have any community oversight with any real teeth that's in charge of hiring, firing, or evaluation. There's, I think, 6 months training for these folks to be out here brandishing AR-15s and weapons of war. 6 months training? Like, come on. You don't have to be in Seattle to sign. Shama Sawa, oh my gosh, okay, they're moving in on us. They're advancing toward us. He's got his gun strapped at the ready. He's got a gun. It's a pepper gun of sorts, but he's got it in his hands like he's ready to shoot. Now they're backing up. Man, when they have their finger on the trigger like that, holy shit, y'all. I'm not dressed for that. I am in a regular ass jacket with my regular ass jeans I got for $30 from Zara and my whack ass shoes that I've been wearing all week. These are my new protest shoes. I'm really hoping I don't get hit because you saw what happens when you get hit with one of those bullets. I mean, that black man had to be escorted out, carried away by like 5 people. He was screaming in pain. So, y'all, like, it ain't gonna go down like that tonight. But a lot of this could end a lot more quickly if we call on the mayor, we call on the city council to meet the demands that have been sincerely and reasonably set forth. We're not asking for abolition of the police overnight. Some people are. But the demands that have been laid out are common sense demands that we could meet. We could come up with some sort of slow rollout plan to move towards those goals. I mean, just give us something. But there has not been any willingness. And I've been out here every single night, so I feel like I'm pretty tuned in. But no willingness on behalf of leadership, specifically the mayor, to meet the protesters' demands. So we will be out here every night, every day, if need be, until those demands are met. So in the meantime, this could go a lot more quickly if we just topple the leadership. You go for the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the yard and knock him the fuck out. And right now, that's Mayor Jenny Durkin. So I need all my white Karens, I need all my Susans, I need all my Beckys, I need all my Cynthias, all my Ashleys. I need all of y'all. Use your white woman privilege. Send those emails. I know y'all know how to send those emails. I want you to CC the organizations that you know. Make sure everybody has eyes on it. Everybody knows you're mad. Everyone knows you're upset. And I want you to direct your anger solely at the leadership of Seattle and how they have poorly mismanaged these protests and how they've committed severe human rights, civil rights abuses over the last 9 days. And I'm going to say it again. I've said it all night. If you showed up in the live stream tonight and you did not sign that petition, then you did not show up for the protesters in the live stream tonight, period. And for my gays, and that's on period, boo. And that's on period.
Where's this bitch?
Alex, I hear you, but again, you know, we got to stand our ground. The moment we retreat, the moment we give in is the moment we said, you know what, we're not actually that committed to our ideals, we're not that committed to these goals, we're not that committed to these demands. And I think what we need is the mayor to come out here, straight up tell our faces, I'm cutting the Seattle Police Department budget in half, I'm redirecting those funds, I've got leaders from all over here, right here, I'm signing it, putting it in writing, I'm going to go on the news, I'm willing to step down. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, this could end tonight. This could end tonight. But they don't believe that we're here to put the pressure on. They don't believe in the sustainability of this movement.
There are two guys over there.
So we gotta let them know. And maybe that means standing in the line of fire. Maybe that means getting hit with a few rubber bullets. Maybe that means getting tear gassed in the face a couple of times. But if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. You know, Stonewall was a riot. It was a week long of tear gas, flashbangs, water cannons, dogs, hoses, you name it. And that was that's what gave us Pride Month as we know it today. It was the last week in June, which is why we celebrate Pride the last week in June. 1969, we just celebrated the 51st or 50th anniversary of Stonewall. So know your history. When you ask protesters to move, it literally says, you know, you're willing to undermine the efficacy of the movement, and I don't know. I just don't have time for that. I've already been pepper sprayed twice, so it damn well better be for something. And I'm sure a lot of people here feel that exact same way. I'm sorry. I usually try to amplify other voices on my live stream, and I do want to do that. It's been a really tumultuous, rough night, so I don't want to, you know, throw my phone in somebody's face with, you know, 20,000, 40,000, whatever it is, viewers. But let me ask around, because I don't want my voice to be the only voice. That's really important. Let me ask somebody. 1 second, y'all. I want to find somebody with, looks like they got something to say.
Hey man, do you know the time?
I don't know the time. I'm so sorry. It doesn't show me on the live.
Thank you.
Pardon me. Okay, police are advancing on us. Okay, guys, we're gonna have to TBD. Okay, shit. He's got his weapon brandished. He's got his finger on the trigger. Nobody's shot anything into the crowd yet, but you know. We're just gonna keep it pushing, y'all. I don't want to be a barrier between somebody and their safety by interrupting them and making them talk on a live stream. But what we're looking at is probably 200 members of Seattle Police Department and the National Guard. There's a SWAT armored vehicle directly behind them. There are those floodlights they've got shining in our direction on 11th and Pine. We've got a group of about, I would say we're probably evenly matched between protesters and police officers and National Guard. Just as many of us as there are of them. There were probably 5 times what we had on our side than they did on theirs before the dispersal. So I know folks are kind of cordoned up in different areas. Some people have left to go home. I know a couple of my friends got tear gassed, so they are now hopefully at home. What I was saying earlier about my apartment is that the pipes burst. So I put a call out to community, and my buddy Russell is hooking it up with the guest suite down at the Olivian. So shout out to Russell and the Olivian. Thank you for that, creating a safe space for me and for protesters. Shout out to the affordable housing building on the corner of Pine and Broadway. They're standing there at the doors. You saw me in there earlier. They let protesters in to find safe passage when SPD was advancing on us with tear gas and tear gas powder. The folks in there at Dove, they've got their George Floyd signs, and the whole community is affected now. Whether you're in the streets or you're in the houses, I mean, you can't not hear what's going on. You can hear those bangs from a couple miles away, and you can feel the tear gas just about a 5-block, 10-block radius. So it's an interesting time to be a resident of Capitol Hill. I've lived in this community for about 7 years now. I was actually born like 4 blocks from here 29 years ago as of 2 days ago. I had my 29th birthday. My mom works at Swedish Hospital on First Hill campus. She is a scrub tech, so she cleans all of the instruments and prepares them for surgeries. And she assists all of our frontline essential workers who are taking care of COVID-19 patients, as well as other patients generally in the hospital. And she had me there 29 years ago. I've lived in this community a very, very, very long time. I always joke and say I've made it really far in life because 29 years later, I'm still, in that same goddamn neighborhood. But I love this community. It's my town. It's the only home I know, and it breaks my heart to see it like this. So I implore you to join us in calling on the council members and the mayor to change this behavior and truly meet the demands. Genuinely meet the demands, and don't water it down. Don't dilute it. No sunset clauses. Just give them to them straight up, the way they're asked, and we can end this tonight. I can't speak for all protesters. I'm sure there's all kinds of grievances, but at least with respect to this particular demand, I think that would go a long way, a long, long, long way, y'all. We also want to shout out the No New Youth Jail campaign. No New Youth Jail is an organization that came together to stand against the construction of the juvenile justice center that is being built on Capitol Hill, on sort of the Central District Capitol Hill cusp. It's on 12th and Alder, and it is authorized by King County Executive Dow Constantine. Now, the folks, local black and brown folks on the ground here, grassroots organizations, have a huge coalition of folks that are coming together to say, we do not need another jail. We need to be investing in education, not incarceration. I probably sound a little like Bernie Sanders right now. There's a line from his book, but truly, we don't need to be building new jails. And this is I believe, a $200 to $400 million project that they authorized a number of years ago. And in fact, when they got it on the ballot, they were very misleading. They called it a family justice center. It sounded very positive, and the language was so craftfully created to where people didn't even know what they were saying yes to. So at any rate, Dow Constantine is another elected official who claims to be standing in solidarity with Black Lives and Black Lives Matter and the movement generally. I saw a video of him today, I think standing on top of a car with a megaphone, claiming that he is in solidarity with the movement. I cannot be more clear. Dow Constantine is probably in the top 3 of worst elected officials in this city when it comes to protecting black and brown communities. I'm going to say it again. Dow Constantine is probably one of the worst elected officials when it comes to supporting black and brown communities here in Seattle, because he has authorized the construction of the youth jail. He would not issue a moratorium on the construction while activists met with other electeds about this project. He continued to ignore their demands, ignore their emails, ignore their phone calls. It is now, I think, mostly built. I think it's already been opened recently. But it's not too late to turn that youth jail into a center for, I don't know, something that doesn't jail kids, right? There's that school to prison pipeline, and we all know that black and brown kids are disproportionately incarcerated, not just in Seattle, but across the country, and Seattle is no different. We are a predominantly white demographic, and yet black and brown youth make up a good majority of the beds of the kids that are sleeping in the jails. We have severely underfunded schools that haven't had a remodel in 20, 30 years. These are schools that are falling apart, and of course you know what neighborhoods they're in. I don't need to tell you. They don't have, millions of dollars in the PTA the way that some of the kids in Magnolia do, the way that some of the kids at Lakeside do, the way that some of the kids in the North End do, the way that some of the kids at Holy Names, or I don't know, I'm blanking. But you get my point. Just because an elected official says, I'll take a knee, I'll stand in solidarity, that doesn't mean they're actually going to do so. Performative gestures does not equal policy change. And one of the things that these folks on the ground are demanding is policy change. We don't need the SPD to take a fucking knee. What is that going to do? That's not going to do shit. They're still going to show up the next day and gas us. They're still going to show up the next day with their billy clubs and their Ninja Turtle gear, looking like crazy. So what we're demanding is policy change, a shift in budget priorities, deconstruction of that new youth jail. The list goes on and on. I encourage you to check out the Facebook page, No New Youth Jail. I encourage you to check out Nikita Oliver. She is a dope revolutionary leader here on the ground. That's Nikita Oliver. I trust that woman with my whole life. One of the smartest people I've ever met. Yeah. Also, stop the sweeps. I live in a neighborhood here in Capitol Hill. It's one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the city, which is one of the most expensive cities in the country, which is one of the most expensive cities in the world to live in. Average rent over here for a one-bedroom is probably upwards of $1,800. Studio probably gonna run you 15, 16. We've got units here that go for 11,000 all the way up to 18,000 a month. I mean, shit's absolutely ridiculous, and that's not even renting to own. That's just renting. And we have an incredible affordable housing crisis here in the city, and I think upwards of 5,000 houseless neighbors at any given night. And in the wintertime, it's really bad. They're dying from exposure. I think there was a study that was done that shows we have less than, I think, 10 or so public bathrooms that are available 24 hours citywide. Like, where are these folks supposed to go? And then we've got these NIMBY motherfuckers, not in my backyard, for those of you who do not know the acronym, complaining about, houseless people being quote unquote dirty and leaving their stuff everywhere. And well, we don't provide them with places to leave their stuff. In fact, what we do, the little stuff that they can acquire, we call in the Mayor Jenny and our more conservative members of the Seattle City Council, and we go to the streets that they do live on, and we steal their tents, and we steal their belongings, we bring dumpsters, and we throw it all away. Somebody made this point earlier. We're under a stay home, stay healthy order by Governor Jay Inslee, and we were told to shelter in place. But you can't shelter in place if you don't have shelter. And if we want to be on the front lines of, really being public health leaders during this pandemic of COVID-19, we cannot be destroying people's shelter. Capitalism is a pandemic. Racism is a pandemic. We're out here with our mucous membranes being agitated so much that phlegm is running down my face. Spit is falling out of my mouth. Meanwhile, my mask is soaking wet, so I had to take it off. Now I'm trying not to breathe on anybody, but let's be clear. I mean, this isn't ideal for anybody. I'm trying to maintain some social distancing here, but I mean, this could have gone a different way. They could have met or even acknowledged. Y'all, they could have acknowledged the activist demands. They didn't even acknowledge them. 10,000 people stood on the steps of Seattle City Hall, y'all. 10,000 people. And they demanded that the mayor cut the budget for SPD in half. She wouldn't even say, well, we can get to that in 5 years. Well, we can get to that in 10 years. She pretended that they didn't even say it. She gave us platitudes. So I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go back up here to the police line here and just kind of present things as they are, but I hope my commentary is at least somewhat insightful. Because we don't just want SPD to take a knee. We don't just want them to, go home. We want to cut their budget in half. We want real systemic change. We're not dumb. We're not going to be fooled by symbolic, meaningless, empty gestures and political rhetoric. We see right through it. And you should too. So please join us in emailing the council, emailing the mayor, signing onto the petition to demand her resignation. Please stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter. As a movement, as an organization, and as a decentralized goal to end systemic racism and white supremacy in this country and in the world. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep running my mouth. I'm not even, Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh, I was wondering what happened to you.
Oh no,
I didn't see you.
man, listen, what's our real once I realized we got past the point talking and shit, I couldn't say it. I get we not putting in this guy.
Oh my God, you guys, not to make light of the situation or anything, but the real crisis here is my chapstick is gone. It is, I don't even know where it went. It's just empty. The whole thing fell off. These crusty crusts I got. These crusty crusts I got right here. I should get some water. We still got people at the park, y'all. We still got media, we still got photographers. I mean, we got people kind of behind the fence here with their hands up. So like young white kids. He's wearing a backpack. He looks like a little high schooler. Oh, sorry, you can't see. He looks like a little high schooler with his little backpack. Oh my gosh. At home base in the pitcher's mound. No, that's not the pitcher's mound. What's that called? I always get this wrong. I'm not a sports person. Whatever. Batting cage. Batting cage. Here we go.
No one will be at your funeral,
We done. Fucking turn the other cheek.
Whoever said capitalism is not the issue here, I think that's really out of touch with what capitalism is. Police are here to protect property, not people. We wouldn't have police if we didn't have capitalism. I'm sure they would exist in a different form, but not in the militarized way that we see here, where they are serving to protect property and actively harming the residents and citizens of this community. So, I don't know. No, all the black folks are not out of the area. I could turn the camera around and show you right now, but I want to be respectful. There are plenty of people around here with people of color. Got two folks right behind me, a couple right.
All right. Yeah, it's got to be like a right-up landscape. That's the issue.
This is a very diverse coalition of folks who are ready to ready to hold their ground. So I will be out here as long as they let me. I'm the poster boy for what's wrong with America. Well, at least hopefully you get my good side. That's all I'll say, get my good side.
Hey, I'll make sure we get out of here. Listen, but there's so many people that give a fuck about my life out here, that care about my life out here, that you make sure I make it home, okay? I got one right here. Yes, right here, right here. I'm with her all the way. We've been riding in this outfit since the beginning.
Jerry, I do not live in my mom's basement. She wishes I would because she misses me. I'm her firstborn son, and I like to think that I'm her favorite. But no, I have a place here on Capitol Hill, and she lives outside the city. I'm not going to tell y'all where though, because doxing is real, and I got hell of a troll.
Bro, the street's about to catch on fire in a second, bro. I'm gonna go check the front line. Hey, man. Holy fuck.
One protester is holding up a portrait of Breonna Taylor, I think.
Hey, bro, biker, come here. The police scanner's saying bike police gonna come, so let them know. All right.
Hey, you thought about that?
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you got the cable?
Yeah, I got it.
Dude, just go ahead and take the battery, man. That's
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, no problem,
Appreciate
man.
it. How much does it got on it?
It should charge your phone like 4 times.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a ton of battery life.
Appreciate you, bro, so much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Hell yeah. You just see that on the live or something?
Yeah,
Looks like they're shining a light on everyone.
That's what's up. That's lit. Bro just delivered me a portable charger. There's the smoke.
I have to know. I don't know.
Now.
But it sounds like live music. It's coming from where the band was. But I can't believe that they're playing through this.
That sounds wild, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Apparently there's a huge dumpster fire happening on the other side.
Right, exactly. You can't surround us now.
Tomorrow, we just need like
Okay.
a fucking line of like 100 tires.
Right?
And then like those bitches on fire.
Yeah, you can see the smoke.
That's out of pocket.
What?
But
That's
you
out of
can't.
pocket. That shit would work though. I just wish we could get like wood.
Someone's saying it is live music.
Like, right.
Yeah, that's what at least some of the people on the stream are saying.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, you can hear the percussion really well.
Come on, some little rally beers and...
It's a vigil.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm away from the fire. They're talking about cops about to mobilize over around the corner by the fire, so most likely y'all might be needed over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would go the long way around, yeah.
The police are so distracted by a bunch of people that the streets are burning down in a second. They better be crunchy.
We all got a voice. We all got a voice. Everybody.
Crap.
They're burning down the block over there around the corner. There's like a whole fire, bro. It's hella big.
Garbage fire, right?
Yeah.
I was doing it.
Bro, that shit is way bigger. I feel like it's gonna catch a tree on fire in a second.
Is this in the street or is it still in the street?
It's still in the street, but it's about to hit the tree in a second. That's gonna be bad.
Got way bigger.
Right.
Have you seen that fire? Have you seen the fire?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
Can I walk over there?
Whatever, it's your birthday. You're recording on your birthday. What the fuck?
My kid got gas.
A few blocks straight over. I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna have to walk way the fuck out of the way to get there.
Yeah, it's kind of a
I can't
standoff
believe I
right
dropped
now.
my phone.
The police are,
Fuck.
We'll go like your personal phone or with the one that bought it?
A personal phone.
Yeah,
Like animal control, when you're cornered in your garage by
Oh, here come the fire department.
all right.
they're setting up a kind of barrier
Pleasure to
Why are
have
you
in
running?
class.
or some sort of like line
Why are
of
you
Needs to
running?
stop socializing with his friends. Right, that was like year after year, that was the feedback. So I'm aware.
Come on, let's be smart. These fucking people shaking us out. If you see them looking a certain area, that means they're targeting that area. Be smart. Yeah, both ways, bro. Let's go.
I do want to be careful though, y'all. I mean, I already know that they've been targeting some of the protesters who have made SPD look bad. In particular, I'm referencing the 9-year-old girl who was maced in the face, or pepper sprayed in the face, and that was all blown up all over social media, 2 million views later, whatever it was. The person who recorded that video was, I guess, arrested. They went to that person's home. I could be getting that information wrong, but if you follow @speculation, speculation is spelled with a K on Twitter, he's got that documented pretty well. So I encourage everybody to check that out. That's @speculation, SPEKULATION, speculation. You'll see on there that activists who have made SPD look bad are getting doxxed. This guy's showing his ass. Oh my God, he just mooned the SPD. Ooh. So, okay, someone threw a water bottle in that direction. It didn't get close to them, but it doesn't necessarily need to for them to respond. They responded over worse, or over little less than that.
They're facing down towards mine.
Why have the police not
They have a
shown up?
dumpster truck now. They have a
my
dumpster,
question.
sorry. I can't confirm Proud Boys and trucks. They're adding a dumpster to the barricade.
Fire department, just let them do their thing.
Wrong side of history, it says.
Turn out the car.
Next to We Won't Sleep.
Let it be here.
There's a group of maybe 2 dozen people behind it.
Accident. Just let it happen.
Please donate. What's up, buddy? Bail fund.
And maybe 30,
You know who I am?
35 cops.
Easy, baby.
Batons
Thank you, though. Thank you for your.
in gas
It's
masks.
a street.
Thank you for the gracious gesture.
We help them get through.
I'm not helping burn or helping help. You know what I'm saying? Personally, that's kind of been my motto through all of it. I'll like help people that are hurt and shit. Stop a fight, maybe.
I'm saying every day, every day.
This is their peaceful protest that they chose to make. You know what I'm saying?
The bike cops, you can't quite see it, but I think a lot of them are up here.
think they're about to let it burn. They're out of here. They're not gonna do it. They're about to let it burn, bro. Whoa. They're about to let it burn. That's crazy. What the fuck? They could have held
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more cops than protesters. Yeah, but yeah, definitely closer to 50 cops.
It's better than Gold Gardens for sure.
I just
Don't get me a drink at the
bro, you can't just be knocking my arm like that, bro.
They're shining lights onto the protesters.
Is it gonna stay open?
Yeah. You can go there right now and charge your shit. You charge the other one.
Somebody gave me a portable charger. They like found me on my line.
I love this shit. Hell yeah.
My eyelashes.
This is down 5.
Hey, Debbie, you fuck off.
Yes, sir.
Flaming water.
They have a
Out of nowhere, and they started using their clubs and their shields to like hit people, and then they hopped on their bikes, started hitting people on the ground. They threw smoke grenades, they threw flashbangs, they were shooting people in the with rubber bullets. I got hit in my thigh pretty bad. It's gonna leave a bad bruise, but I'm about this life, so I don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna be out here every night, so don't worry about that shit. Hey, and we're just right now, they pushed us back a little bit, but we're slowly advancing, and we're just gonna be out here all night, no matter what, because Black Lives Matter. My life matters, your life matters if you're watching this, because it shows me that you care and you wanna know more about this. So let's do this. We're here for this, every day, all day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, y'all. Word. All the power, all the people.
Fuck it, let's burn this shit down.
I don't know who that is.
Cover my information. Tim, what do you mean by that?
It's on like 10. It's on 10th and Pike. Or Pike, sorry. They said that it's literally right here.
Is that what the smoke is from?
Yeah, that's where the smoke is.
Yeah, me too.
The cops are taking off their gas masks.
That's a good call out. Let me stop by the medic station to see if I can get myself another mask.
Yeah, Keith, it's my new
Pardon me, guys. I'm right behind you. I think they might have masks at that medic station. It just was popping up, and I didn't want to be a distraction from the needed care that they were attending to people.
Yeah, it's in a dumpster.
I'm about to go back to the front and see what they're up to. This shit is too hot, bro.
These guys are retrieving things. This is the smoke from the fire right now.
We let enough people there when the fucking push forward.
Where? Right here? That's kneeling?
Out of your eyes.
Everybody stand up. Hey, it's 2020. Ain't nobody scared to die. Ain't nobody fucking scared to die. It's 2020. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Oh shit. They're just adding some garbage cans to the fire. Nothing crazy. It's in the middle of the street. I don't think anyone has intentions of burning these establishments. These are local restaurants, not exactly the targets of capitalism. Although I've heard that the owners of Lost Lake were pretty fucking disrespectful and or racist to the Somali community here in Seattle. So, you know, TBD on that, I guess. But I don't think they're going to be burning down any of these buildings. It's just a dumpster fire. 2020 is like the dumpster fire of this fucking century. Am I right? Or am I right? "2020 deserves to go up in flames." Come on now. Okay, I'm gonna grab a mask if there's one available from the medic area. I hope they're not upset with me if I do this. Sorry, excuse me guys. I'm looking for some PPE equipment. I'm not seeing anything. I'm looking, oh. I see.
This doesn't even work.
You okay?
I'm trying to charge it.
Here, charge your phone.
Oh.
iPhone?
Is it the new one?
Yeah, no, it's not the new one.
Wait, what if it? Hold on. Oh, here.
Is it working?
Yes.
Perfect. Here, hold on to that for a couple minutes. I'm gonna look for a mask.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll help you.
Okay. My mask got wet, so I'm looking for if anybody has like PPE equipment or something.
They have like shields.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm being mindful of social distance and stuff.
I bought an extra one with me, but I had to use it because the other one got like messed up.
Oh, no worries. Hey, look, I found one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I can do it for you.
Would you mind
since
opening
I'm
that?
not, like-
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
How's your night going?
Shit, like I got pepper sprayed. I was like this close to the cop. I think I seen you out there.
Would you want to share what happened on the live stream? It's okay. You can say no. That's fine.
Can I just like
Talk? Yeah, here.
Yeah.
If you want to just hold it, it's not based on you, but
Okay.
you can just talk to it.
So we were just like peacefully standing there. I was live too. We had a line between us and the officers, and it was like a line of flowers, literally. And they kept saying like back up, you know. And we were being peaceful. And they said that like someone threw a glass bottle, but like I didn't see anything. But then the next thing I know, they're pepper spraying us. Like my face was burning. And then they started gassing us too. We were past the corner of 11th and Pine, which is where the barricade had been originally, and for these past few days. And then even like my homeboy, he was like up front. I don't know if you've seen him. The guy with the flowers, he had his hands up. They were shooting him. Yeah, that was my friend. But it's a shame, you know, like I even had it like the first time like it got violent. I was here on Monday, and then on Tuesday I was able to document it. They don't care, like even with our hands up or not, they don't care. And it's I think that's like part of the big reason why we're trying to disband them, is because like they're not doing their job of keeping the peace. Ooh, there's a fire over there. Do you want to go where the fire is?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
So I'm hearing. I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about it. Are you gonna walk
mind
this
if
way?
I hold it?
Yeah. No. That's okay. I don't want to lead you into harm's way though either. So
No, you're fine. I'm like right up there in it.
if at any point you're like hella uncomfortable, let me know. Okay, so that definitely sounded like little pepper bullets going off, but it's not. It's just the dumpster. So I think we're okay. Oh my God, y'all. This is for my Twitch streamers. I feel like you'd appreciate this. Mine too, y'all. Okay. So we are, looks like the line has reformed. I'm gonna follow homegirl while she charges her phone. Want to make sure people have access to communication out here, get them home safely. Stand back here.
Do you mind if I go over there with your charger?
Sure.
I don't know if do you want to come with?
I'll come with. Yeah,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Because that is not my charger. I borrowed it, so I gotta get it back. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. It's a tinfoil umbrella, y'all.
Reflect the light back at him.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's to reflect the light back at the police. That's pretty dope. Okay, I don't know where she went. Oh, she's right here. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay, we're running. I guess I got that energy in me.
I love your jacket, by the way.
Thank you.
I just body movie torsos that jacket fire.
Hey.
We're literally running to the fire right now. Black Lives Matter!
Oh, is it empty?
Yeah, it can't.
So close. Kind of nice.
I know, the fire feels really nice.
Cold, yeah.
It's more than just dumpsters, man.
Hey,
It's more than just dumpsters. It's more than dumpsters.
what you mean?
Solid. They call me Solid, but she know my GLD.
What?
Solid.
I still have my earbuds in.
It's okay.
I feel like I've been shouted.
Ash is so warm.
I know, it feels good.
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just...
Talking about that, yeah. What are you doing? Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, like don't put glasses. I know, but what if people need to drink that? What if we get gas again?
she's got a point.
She's an asshole. Like, not in the sense where you an asshole, but...
I'm not an asshole. I'm just trying to like help me. You mean tough love.
There you go, tough love. Real talk, tough love.
don't see any vehicles forming a blockade. I see vehicles a little confused, kind of coming up and then turning around. Yeah. Try to avoid getting any of the protesters on camera. Okay, now I'm seeing something of a vehicle blockade. There's a security guy here. Doesn't appear to be police.
This is what we gotta do for them to stop killing us. And this is what the fuck we gotta do. Everybody united. One race. One race. Ain't no fucking white, black, purple, green. There's one fucking race.
That's fire. Yeah. I like that one. Yeah, the second one, the first one. Thank you. I'm kind of surprised, like, there's no cops here.
There's no what?
There's no cops here.
Oh, yeah. I was surprised by that, too.
I would have thought they would have been like running this way. But I think we also kind of have them trapped within their own trap, you know?
Okay.
Because they're in the middle, like right in the intersection of 11th and Pine. And then the protesters are on, I think, on either side. So
Right,
I think
that makes sense.
Because otherwise they'd be kind of like gassing us to disperse this way. And people would be running towards the fire. But I don't know, that's just my thought.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
At this point, anybody's guess is as good as any.
This right here is a start for freedom. They do not want this every day. We will give them this every single day.
I do worry that the rainbow crosswalk here is ruined. But we will rebuild. Honestly, it's a perfect metaphor to burn down that rainbow because if y'all can't see, this is the rainbow crosswalk. It's going to be ruined by the fire, but Black lives don't matter until, or excuse me, all lives don't matter until Black lives matter, and I can speak for myself as a member of the LGBT community. Their struggle is our struggle, and vice versa. And we stand in solidarity. I stand in solidarity with my Black and brown brothers and sisters, those outside the gender binary. Burn all the fucking rainbows to the ground. I don't give a fuck. No, it doesn't smell bad. It smells fine.
Hello? I'm outside. Coming. I'm outside coming.
You know, I don't think we're so much concerned about the protester image, considering everything that we've seen from police. I think it's important, actually, in some ways, that we show that protesters will burn things down. Whether, I mean, this is just fucking dumpsters. It's innocuous. It's not a building. It's not actual capital. It's literal trash. But I think it sends a particular message that you cannot gas your citizens, you cannot bomb your citizens, you cannot shoot your citizens and not expect some kind of retaliation. So, you know, if burning 4 useless dumpsters in the middle of an intersection is what it takes to get them to realize we're not fucking around, then so be it. I mean, this is harmless civil disobedience. I mean, it looks scary, I guess, and you know, the news, mainstream media will use that image on the front page of the news, and not the tear gas, and not the flashbang grenades, and not the people getting hauled away. $20 says, you know, Seattle Times tomorrow has this damn dumpster fire, front page news. $20. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Let people know. We're not just gonna roll over and take the shit. Oh no, this fire was set by members of the demonstration here tonight. It's not set by flashbang.